Welcome, friends. In today's session, we will discuss about the simple pneumatic circuits. In this, we are going to study about the five pneumatic circuits, which are the basic circuits. So we will start with the first circuit, that is the single acting cylinder with three-way wall. Okay. So here the circuit consists of the two components. One is the spring return cylinder and another one is the three-way wall. Okay, so here this is the spring return cylinder and this is the three-way wall. Okay, so here the way indicates, the term way indicates the number of ports. So let us see the operation when, so this is the three-way wall push button operated. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to push that button. Okay, so if you push the button, then what will happen? The compressed air will come inside the wall. Okay, so for that what we have to do, we have to press the button. If we press the button, air enters the cap side. Cap side means what? This is the cap end, that is the piston side of the single acting cylinder. So when I push the button, so that what is happening, the pressure is created. Okay, so you can see the compressed air will flow to the cap end. Okay, so for the retraction, what I have to do, because since it is the spring return, so you can see this three-way wall. Okay, this spring is compressed now. Okay, so for the retraction, what I have to do, I have to release the button. So when I release the button, that time the position changes. Okay, position changes. Then the retraction of the piston is done. So air will come and it will pass through this side. Okay, so in this way, this is the simple operation of the single acting cylinder. Second circuit is that single acting cylinder only I can control the speed. I can also control the speed. So here what I have to do, I have to add a needle wall to this circuit with the single acting cylinder and the three-way wall. Okay, so this is the symbol of the flow control wall. So for flow control wall, we are having the adjusting knob. By using the adjusting knob, I can control the flow rate. So let us see the operation. So here what I am doing, the needle wall, it has the stem, so it will move up and down. Okay, as the knob is turned. So by turning of the knob only, the flow rate will increase and decrease. So here we will see how the for the full speed. Okay, so for this full speed, what this adjustable knob is fully open. Okay, so that here the compressed air will pass through this flow control wall and the extension is done very fast. Okay, and if I release the push button, okay, so that time again the retraction will be very fast. So this is the speed control of the circuits, that is the speed control of the single acting cylinder. So when I use for the slower speed means what, I will adjust the screw knob. So this opening is very small. Okay, opening is very small means I will get slower speed, so that we can see here when I push the button. Okay, the position is here, then the cylinder will extend. It is extending very slowly. Then when I release the button, push button, so it comes to its original position. In original position, the retraction is done. Okay, so in this way, in simple single acting cylinder circuit, if I am using this flow control wall, then I can control the speed of the cylinder. So many of the circuits, with addition to the flow control wall, we are also here using the check wall. Okay, so next is the third circuit. In the third circuit, we will discuss about the double acting cylinder. Okay, so here what we have to do to extend a double acting cylinder, so the air must enter the cap end. Okay, air must enter the cap end. So this is the cap end, and this side is the rod end. So normally the cap end, we can call it as the cap end blank, BLANK, blank end. Also we call it as the piston end. So this side air is in, and air will be exhausted from the rod end. Then for the retraction, what has to be done? The air, it has to enter to the rod end. Air will enter at the rod end, then it will be retracted, and air will be released to outside from the cap end. So we will see its working of the circuit. Okay. So first we will. So one thing you can observe here is that here we are using this 4/2 DCV. Okay, we can use also 4/3 DCV, that is center position. Also we can use, but here I am using the 4/2 DCV, that is 4-way, 4 ports and 2 positions. I am using here the 2 position. Okay, for the extension of the cylinder, what has to be done? The compressed air, it has to come to the cap side. Okay, so here you can see the compressed air, it is coming to the cap side, then it is extending, and the air, it is returning to the exhausted. So if we see for the retraction, I have to release the push button. Okay, I have to release the push button, so the compressed air will enter to the rod side, then it will retract, and the compressed air, it is returning to the outside. So here this ports, we can call it as the P port, A port, then this is the B port, and this is the T port. Okay, so next, if we use the check valve circuit, okay, so check valve, you know that check valve, it allows the air to pass through only in one direction and blocks the flow in the opposite direction. So this is the graphical symbol of the check valve and the construction diagram of the check valve. So here you can see that is at the inlet, what is happening. The spring will get compressed, so ball will move to the right side and flow will go to the outlet. But in the return, what is happening from the inlet? So ball is getting blocked. So this is the working of the check valve. So if I use the check valve in this circuit, okay. So check valve here, what I am doing in this application, we are using the 2 DCV, which is controlling the one single acting cylinder. Okay. So here what will be done? One DCV, that is valve 1, will control the extension. Okay. So let us see the working. So the operation is that when the control valve V1 is pressed, air from the supply passes through the check valve. So what I have to do, I have to push the V1 button. Okay, when I push the V1 button, so compressed air will flow from V1 to check valve. Okay, so then the extension is done. So at the extension, you can observe the pressure here. So the pressure is increasing. So here you can see that the check valve is open. So what you can observe, that the air cannot flow through the V2 valve. Okay, because it is in the closed position and its port is blocked. So the air supply, in the extension, what is happening? The released air will be gone. That is, the released air is not going to this V2 part. Only extension is done. Okay. So what we have to do for the retraction? If I release this V1 wall, then what will happen? If I release, then this check valve will get blocked. This check valve will get blocked. That is, the air will not flow through this wall V1. Okay, so the piston is in the extended position only, because the whatever the air is there, it is getting trapped in this check valve. So you can also see that the gauge pressure. Okay, so it is the showing the high pressure line only. Okay, so gauge pressure, the pressure is same here only. The pressure is showing in the pressure gauge. So for the retraction, what I have to do? For the retraction, I have to use this valve V2. So what I will do, I will operate the V2 valve, V2, that is this direction control valve. That is, I will push the button. Okay, so that position changes, open position. Okay, so you can observe that now here the this air has getting that is the cylinder is getting retracted. It is retracted and the air is coming to this wall too, and it is released to the atmosphere. And you can see here the pressure is the zero. Pressure is the zero. Okay, so next we will discuss about the next type of circuit, that is the shuttle wall application. So shuttle wall, again we are having the two ports, that is P1, P2. Okay, if P1 is greater than P2, then flow will be taking place from P2 to A. P2 to A. Uh, so if P1 is greater, then flow will be from P1 to A. So here P1 is greater, so flow will be from P1 to A. If P2 is greater, then flow will be from P2 to A. So whichever side the higher pressure is there, the flow will be from that side. Either it may be from P1 to A or P2 to A. P1 and P2 are the two inlet ports, okay, and A is the output port, output port. To okay, so here each ports will act like a check valve. Okay, so what we can say that when the air enters at the input port, that port will have the greatest pressure. As the air goes into one port, it pushes the ball against the seat at the other port, which blocks the flow. Okay, so the air instead passes through the output flow. So that is, if the air is coming from the P1, then P1 will flow will be from P1 to A, and this P2 is blocked. I mean, flow is from P2 to A, P2 to A, air will flow, and P1 port is blocked. So this we will see in the application. So here you can see the compressed air, it will be coming from the compressor, then compressor to the FRL unit. From FRL unit, it is going to V1 and V2 wall. Okay, so here we are using the two V1, and from V1 and V2, I am controlling the single acting cylinder. That is the simple extension and retraction of the single acting cylinder. So what I have to do, I have to push, either I can push V1. Okay, when I push the V1, okay, either I can, when I push the V1 button, so that time what will happen, the compressed air flow will be from V1, and that is here, if I assume that here the P1 port is there, so air will flow from P1 to A port is here. Okay, then the extension is done. Extension is done. Okay, so next, if I release the V1 button, okay, so a retraction will be done. So same position will be there. Okay, that is A from, or air will come from port A to P1. Okay, then it will come to the V1 and air is released to the atmosphere. After releasing air is released to the atmosphere, the ball comes to its center position. Okay, if I want to operate the V2, when I push the V2, then side the compressed air will go to the V2. Then from V2, it will go to the P2 port. So this is the P2 port. From P2 port, it will go to the A port. Then extension is done. Okay. So again, if I release this V2, then what will happen? The air will be returned from this shuttle wall. From the shuttle wall, it will go to the V2, and then it is released to the atmosphere. Okay. So in this way, we have seen the 5 types of circuit, that is the simple single acting reciprocating circuit, then speed control of the single acting reciprocating circuit, then working of the double acting reciprocating circuit, then the circuit using the check wall, then fifth one, the circuit using the shuttle wall. Okay, so this finishes the uh, study of the simple pneumatic circuit. Thank you very much.